Okay, so introduction to variables in Python. A variable is just a way of storing or remembering something within a computer program. So I'll keep it nice and simple on this one. A variable can be named pretty much anything. So I'm going to call my variable to begin with x, and I'm going to put the number 0 in it. And then I'm going to print x. And what you'll find is very, very simple and quickly, over on the shell, it prints 0 because that's the current value in x. Now, interesting thing about Python is I can actually, what's known as change the data type. So, if I put a 0 up here, Python assumes that the data type for x is an integer, a whole number. I can just simply change it into a data type string by basically putting whatever I want in quotation marks, and then it'll print that one out. I can also, if I really want to, change it into what's known as a real number or a decimal number by putting a decimal place in there. As you can see, if I print x again, there we have it, 0, yes, 1.0. Python's really good for like that because it allows you to change the data type dynamically of any variable. That doesn't really happen in a lot of programming languages. Fortunately, with Python, we can just do whatever we feel like. Okay, so what else can we do with these variables? Well, I'm going to put x again, and this time I'm going to put x is equal to input, and type something. Now, and then again print x and watch it go. So you'll see it did 0, yes, 1.0, and then type something, so it's waiting for me now. And there we go, it remembers to put hello in x. Now what you'll find happening is it's basically overwriting the value every single time, so it's reassigning a new value over the top of it, and it forgets what was there previously. If you want to actually keep the value each time, you have to do a bit of concatenating or joining or multiplying or adding or whatever you're doing at the time. So if I were to do x is equal to x plus, something like that, what we'll find is when I print it out, so hello, there we go, it actually concatenates those together, adds them together basically, the two strings, puts them. If we were dealing with numbers, it should have been able to actually do the maths on them if we just did pure numbers. Okay, so there we go, that's what a variable is actually for. It just remembers something that is physically happening in the program and basically tries to recall it for later on. Now, to put it simply, you don't have to use x or y or z. In fact, that's actually bad variable naming convention. What we really should be doing more than anything else is using proper, meaningful names. So imagine if you were creating a players in an actual game, something like that, and then you want them to input their name. Okay, there we go. So you've got please type your name, and then you might want the player to type how old they are. And then once that's done, you'll get it to print out and then you'll basically be saying, okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm basically telling it to combine all of these together. The commas, when you're actually using a print statement, just put a space in, concatenate and put a space in. Okay, and you'll see here when I hit this, so and then I'm not going to tell you my real age, I'm going to pretend I'm 18. There we go. And as you can see, there we go. Hello, Miss Lunt, you are 18 years old. So it remembered it and it was able to use it later on. Obviously, if this is part of a wider program, you can just keep on moving along. Now, there's also other data types that you can use. So I'm going to call this one is true. And I'm going to set this to false. So that's a Boolean value. Basically, a Boolean data type can only ever be true or false. It's that simple. And again, can you see it just prints out false? Now, we can use that in a wider program to actually control the flow of the program, but we won't go into that one in this session. Yeah, so that's just a nice introduction to your variables. Thanks for watching.